What is your body type? Here's what I want you to do. I want you to take a look in the mirror. What do you see? Do you see a lanky figure with long, slim limbs? Do you see a fat abdomen along with wide hips? Or do you see a more sporty and muscular physique? Where do you fit in? Knowing roughly where you fit in can help you determine the kind of diet and exercise training plans needed to accomplish your fitness goals. What's up guys, Clive here from Physio Fitness, and in today's video we want to determine what your dominant body type is and discuss the best exercise and diet that can be used to accomplish and shape more realistic fitness goals. So let's find out what body type you've got. Now we are all created differently and beautifully, so typically there are three dominant body types. We've got the endomorph, the ectomorph, and the mesomorph. Your genetics predisposes you to which of these body types you get. However, with dedicated training and dieting, you can move closer to a different body type. We have to understand that a number of factors such as your daily activity, your diet habits, your lifestyle and metabolic changes like pregnancy, aging and sickness can skew your body type in either direction. So if you're not quite sure where you fit in, I want you to think back to what you look like in your late teens or your early 20s. That is most likely your body type. Now let's take a look at all three, starting with the ectomorph. Now these are the guys who can eat whatever they want but never get fat. They are said to have fast or high metabolism. When you look at them, you see that they've got narrower shoulders than hips. They've got a very lanky frame and they have small bone structures. Think about endurance athletes or your typical model. The training goal of these individuals is usually to gain weight. Next, let's look at the mesomorph. Now, these individuals have a more athletic frame. They have a moderate bone structure. These individuals also tend to have efficient metabolism, making it a lot easier for them to either lose fat or gain muscle, which makes it easier for them to maintain weight. Now, this doesn't mean that they can't actually let themselves go, because they can very easily let themselves go. The training goal for individuals in this category is usually to build lean muscle mass. And thirdly, we have the endomorph. Now, these individuals are known to have a more rounder body. They have stockier bone structure and they tend to have a wider hip and midsection. These individuals also find it so much easier to gain fat and they struggle with weight loss. They are said to have a slow metabolism. The typical training goal for such individuals is to lose weight. Now you may find that you do not fit perfectly well into any of these groups, and this is because you may be an ectomesomorph. These individuals are lean and muscular. You may be mesoendomorph. These individuals are strong, but muscles are not well defined. You may also be endomesomorph. These are the skinny, fat individuals. They are naturally thin, but they can easily gain weight due to poor lifestyle. So what is your body type? Let me know down in the comments. Now once you determine that, let's move on to the recommended diet and training you can use to accomplish your fitness goals. Now we'll be starting off with ectomorph. Now for the training, you want to focus on strength and hypertrophy, doing 8 to 12 reps for 3 to 4 sets. You want to focus more on heavy and compound lifts such as squats, deadlifts, and bench press. And you want to limit cardio, basically doing short bursts of cardio, basically for warm-up for 10 to 20 minutes. Now for the diet, you want to focus on mass gain. Your calorie intake should be 700 to 1000 more than what your body needs to maintain your current weight. You should aim for higher proteins, moderate carbs, and low fats. Now, since you have a high metabolic rate, you should focus on eating more frequently, like 4 to 6 times a day. Now, I covered all of this on a video I did about how to build muscle fast and effective. You can catch that video right here. Next, we move on to mesomorph. Now, for the training, you first of all want to count yourself lucky because you actually respond fast to exercise. Now, your training should be on a wide performance spectrum, focusing on strength, size, and endurance. Now, be sure to focus on all three, because if you focus on endurance alone, you are more likely to lose muscle mass. And if you focus on strength and hypertrophy alone, you are likely to gain excess fat. An example of how you should split your training: you can have your strength and hypertrophy training using moderate to heavy lifts about 3 to 4 times a week. And for endurance, you can be hitting high intensity interval training for 2 to 3 times every week, since your goal is to lean up. And then for the diet, you can split evenly between carbs, proteins, and fats. Simply adjust accordingly to your training days. For example, on your strength training days, you want to reduce the amount of carbs you take and increase the amount of protein to help in muscle repair. And then for the days you hit cardio, you want to increase the amount of carbs you'll be taking for energy. Now on to the endomorph. Now you may be thinking that you are destined to be overweight, but this is not the case. You can always adjust your lifestyle. You can always live a less sedentary lifestyle by moving more often and eating right. Now for training, resistance training is key, accompanied by endurance training, which helps to increase metabolic rate. Higher muscle mass increases your basic metabolic rate, making you burn fat more efficiently. You should aim to train about 3 to 4 days per week and aim at increasing density using moderate weights with 8 to 10 reps on each workout. Now, interval and circuit training are highly effective for such individuals, and you can check out my channel. I've got a lot of videos just like that. Now, for the endurance training, you want to be hitting 2 to 3 days of lower body intensity conditioning for about 30 to 60 minutes, along with high intensity interval workouts once a week. Now, for your diet, you tend to be more insulin resistant, so it's best to reduce the amount of carbs and increase the amount of proteins and fats you take in. This is why keto diet works better for overweight people. So it's better to avoid high carbs outside your workout window, and then during your workout window, you want to be consuming more of whole food sources of carbs. Now, to lose weight, you want to be on a calorie deficit. So your total daily calorie intake should be around 500 to 700 less than your total daily calorie expenditure. And just make sure you don't starve. It will damage your metabolism. Now again, what is your body type and what are your goals? Remember that in this video, we only address the typical training goals of the different body types. Different individuals such as athletes, performers, and people who aren't boring tend to have different training goals in accordance with their sport or activity or art form. If you've been eating right and exercising often but not really seeing changes, it may be because you're not training with consideration of your body type, and you might want to try something a little different. And if you're wondering if your dream body is even worth it to begin with, you'd want to watch this video. Whatever the case, remember there are no shortcuts to accomplishing your fitness goals. This is a lifestyle, it is not a sprint. So thank you so much for making it all the way to the end of this video. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know in the comment section, really, what is your body type? And also share this video to family and friends who might want to improve their training using the consideration of their body type. That said, I will see you guys next week. Stay fit, stay healthy, mad love, peace.